All right, it's time. It's that time again. We're actually we're doing this. We're actually
2 weeks in a row.
third week, third week, 2 weeks
Is
in a row. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. We did
made
it.
Yeah, we're doing it. We'll see how long we can keep this up. But yeah, what's up, guys? It's podcast, and yeah, praying for no crashes. Comcast has been pretty bad on me today, so is XSplit, but
That sucks.
Right.
yeah. So we got Armin Stickbug with us. We're gonna just talk about anime, and yeah, I fucked up and I didn't watch Kakiguri. We were just talking about that before we were actually starting, and Alan was telling me that it's okay or something.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything huge.
They're setting up for the next episode's going to be the shit, probably.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
next
they're really
episode,
doing.
the next episode is definitely taking a different turn than what has been done in past episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a good setup.
That's exciting.
Episode. Yeah. It should be good. Should be good.
Huh, okay. Well, what are we gonna talk about today? Honestly, fuck the season. There's too much shit. I can't keep up. Bruh, I can't keep up with this.
Well, that's your fault. That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Call something. Let's get this party started here.
Can we talk about Enter the Ballroom?
All right, let's knock this out.
All right.
Go ahead, Alan. Tell me about it.
So you guys told me to start watching this last week, right?
Yeah, how far did you get?
I'm caught up.
Okay.
I watched everything today.
All right.
Are you caught up, Brett?
as well.
Oh, hey, we made it.
We
did
it,
it, boys.
This is, I think, the only thing that we're all caught up on, but
maybe.
Yeah. What do you think, Alan?
I think it's a pretty great show. The show's pretty good. I was surprised, but when you guys said it was, so is it by the same creator as Haikyuu, or is it just the character designer or studio?
I don't remember what it was. I think it was just like the person who, the artist or the character designer or something like that. One of the two of those.
Okay.
Not creator, but yeah.
Yeah, because if it's the character designer, I feel like the show would kind of carry the same formula, where every character's has personality. They don't just feel like a side character. I feel like they're doing a pretty good job with that here.
What do you mean by character designer? Because it's not like a video game. Like,
no. Well, I guess hold on, let me just Google it.
Because like, by character designer, do you mean the person in charge of designing what the adaptation?
Is this an adaptation?
It's a manga.
Okay, so it is a manga. Enter the Ballroom.
Yeah, so anything involving literally designing the characters would be under
it would be the manga,
the mangaka, or the writer if it's two separate people. But
so let's see, published by Kondasha Shonen Magazine. Why doesn't it have the what the hell? Japanese series written and illustrated by Tomo Takeuchi. Does that sound familiar?
I am 99% sure that is not anything related to Haikyuu as far as the original content goes. And it looks pretty different actually as well. If you actually look at the manga, it's pretty different.
Really?
I don't know. That was what I was told before I started the show.
It's the only thing they've published. It looks like. Holy shit. Yeah.
Okay, someone said the anime has the same character designer as Haikyuu. Yeah. So
okay.
In this case, what character designer means is it is the person who translates the manga into the characters and how they will be animated.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Which is basically the same as like the art style in the
The art style. Yeah.
easiest
Yeah.
terms. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with like what the characters are actually like or anything. So.
No.
Yeah. For example, it's like the character designer for Arslan Senki is the God, what is it? The Full Metal Alchemist artist. That's why everyone in Arslan Senki looks like the Full Metal Alchemist characters.
I'll just say I really like all the characters in this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty godlike. It has a what? How do you God damn it! What was it? Yuri on Ice? It kind of has like a Yuri on Ice feel about it. It's like a cross between Yuri on Ice and Haikyuu.
You're nice in the sense of like there's this cast of participating people.
Yeah, and there's like a godlike coach, right? The coach is godlike, and he's got students, obviously, and they're good. And then one kid just like decides to kind of start, and he ends up having some sort of talent.
Sengoku is pretty awesome. He's definitely one of the best characters.
Yeah. Sengoku, he's pretty awesome.
I can't really look at him without thinking that he just looks like Zoro from One Piece, though. So I always imagine that he's just some kind of like bizarro, like
he's like huge compared to Zoro, though. Like he's massive.
So he's just like a giant Coach Zoro guy. It's pretty funny. Feels like the first 4 episodes of Yuri on Ice, says Carrie. Yeah, I'm definitely digging it.
I like the emphasis on the partners, though. That's kind of different than a lot of the. I don't know.
Haru, let's go, Haru.
You rooting for her?
Hell yeah, let's go.
I like the emphasis on all the NTR.
Yeah, everyone wants a piece of Main Girl. Everyone wants a piece.
She's apparently like the best, right?
Well, she's just really good, and everyone is like smitten with her for a long time because they've known her forever. I don't know if she's necessarily the best. They haven't really introduced anyone better than her, though. So
skill wise,
yeah.
I like the
15-year-old
show.
and like
thank you
12-year-old or however old the Oli is.
They mixed us hard, or mixed me at least, with the freaking gorilla part. They're like, "Oh, Gorilla Man," and then it shows him like with him at the bottom of the stairs, like all like worked up, and you're like, "Oh, did he really just like dunk him down the stairs?"
Yeah, did he just like push him or something? Nah.
Oh, I didn't even consider that.
I
thought they like got into a fight or something.
I was like, really? Like, are you serious? Like, that's the way the show's gonna go? And then it didn't. The Gorilla Man is like a teddy bear.
And that'd be hella fucking funny if that was actually the case.
Big teddy bear.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It looks like they're going right into the competition.
I think so. On the next one, they're gonna do the like all round competition where it's like
top hay or something.
It was the speed. It's the speed something. The quick step. The quick step.
Yeah.
They're going ham. Like so is this 12? Is this 1 core, 2 core? Do we know?
It's 24, so 2 core.
Oh yes. Let's go.
That's what I want to hear, right?
All right. One day we'll be like, oh, it's a 3 core, and then we'll be mind fucked. We'll be like, are we going back? Are we going back to the old days? No.
I mean, I think a lot of sports anime maybe probably still get a good amount. I mean, Kuroko was not that long ago, right?
Yeah, that was 324 episode season.
IQ Rock 3 seasons now too, right?
Yeah.
Are we getting another Haikyuu season?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
All right, because I'd be down.
Oh yeah, I'd be down too. I totally.
Oh, last one was so godlike.
There's not that much material though, I guess. So you're probably waiting.
That's the struggle.
But no, I'm really enjoying the show, and I highly recommend it to anybody in chat or anybody watching this that has not checked it out. It's pretty good. I'm excited.
Yeah. I think last time we talked, I was talking about how I was not sure how things were going to pan out in terms of like, when if you watch only episode like 1 or 2 or whatever that I was talking about, it's like they show you. It's like there's Hyodol, the girl and the character. So I was like, yeah, I don't know how they're going to set this up. So I guess that question's been sort of answered.
Yep.
At least for like the current, it's probably gonna be for at least a while.
Yeah. I mean, we still don't know how this current development pans out, but it's cool. I remember saying that I wasn't sure. I was pretty hesitant depending on how they played this out, but I feel like it played out pretty interestingly. You're a good mix-up.
Last week you were talking about like what are they going to do about Hyodo, and I was sitting here thinking like, well, he's definitely about to get injured. Like,
yeah,
because I already
got fucked up.
Yeah, but he went out in the blaze of glory. He did his
dancer's high, man.
Final salsa.
Yeah, he popped the fuck off.
Yeah, he went ham. That was great.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I definitely think people should check this out if they haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily. Yeah. And Sister is a good character too.
Yeah.
No bra.
Yeah, that was
Haru, son. He's in there.
Funny.
He's in there.
Yeah, he about to tap that middle schooler dick. Yeah.
I don't know who I want to win right now. They're both pretty good.
She's great. Yeah, I'll stop there. What's next on the list? Now that we've knocked that out, I don't know what else there is to talk about.
Well, are you caught up on Fate, Brett?
I watched episode 4.
That was the one with Siegfried, right?
Yeah, that's the one where he fucking rips his own fucking heart out.
Yeah.
What do you think of that bullshit? Tell me how you feel.
I'm fine with it. You
Really?
know, Fate is funny. And I don't mean that in the philosophical sense. I honestly, I can't shake the feeling I get when I watch this anime of just like how ridiculously confusing it must be for anyone who hasn't watched anything else other than this.
Yeah, I mean,
which is fine because you're not supposed to,
right?
But still fucking funny to me because they just throw all kinds of random shit at you like non-stop.
Yep.
Also, funny to note that I feel like this particular iteration has like the most gender mix-ups.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, fucking every fucking character here is some gender mix-up. What the fuck? Which I guess is fine.
They've learned.
Yeah, it's funny to me.
It's like the way more you learned. Or no, Daisuke, right? Daisuke was the one that said, yeah, somebody introduced me to traps and I made Bridget. Thank you.
Yeah. Now that I've actually like watched a good amount of it though, I think it is funny like seeing Astolfo because I actually don't really feel like they make him too trappy. Like
not as a character, no. He's like pretty unique as far as the way he acts.
Yeah, yeah. Like as a character, it's not like you're just like, damn, I kind of want to fuck that boy toy. Like, no, it's like,
except for the one girl in the show, the actual show.
That girl's great though. That shit's fucking godlike.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, Astolfo's master.
Yeah,
the sex dungeon.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. Yeah. Or I don't know what's better, that whole interaction or the fact that like he's always just like, are we done with this?
Yeah. It's like, are we? Is it over yet?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I really gotta say so far about from where I am. Like plot wise, I guess. Like I don't know. It's still just like set up stuff. But yeah, Siegfried ripping out his heart was pretty fucking funny. I don't really understand this entire random homunculus bullshit though. It's pretty out of left field and it seems really arbitrary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They try to like make him a character. They spend a lot
Yeah.
of time on him after that.
He's
and it's like,
obviously
why-
going to be
why?
important and or become the Grail.
Yeah.
My money's on he's going to become the Grail, but it's just like
Something.
it just feels like it's being, like you said, arbitrary. Like it's being shoved down our throat. It's like something. Hey, here's something. Eat it, enjoy it. Okay, thank you.
Well, honestly, the next episode is probably the big one because they're setting up for some.
Yeah, they're actually going to fight. Someone's got to die. There are way too many.
They're setting up for the big throwdown.
Yeah, all I can see when I see half of these characters is like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna die. I'm just
There's a bunch of ones that just look like randoms. So
yeah, some of these servants, I'm just like, yeah, these guys are jobbers. Like, it's also just, again, I think I said this before, but it's just fucking funny seeing these characters if you've already played Fate. Like fucking Spartacus. I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are you in this goddamn anime?
He's a jobber too. You've already seen him, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I already saw him get jobbed.
Yeah. He's a super jobber. He's like the most jobber.
Super jobber.
The other weird thing is
jobbers.
when there aren't servants in the game yet, so then I'm just like in the dark, and then like Achilles, because he's not in the game, right?
Yeah, so you don't know if he's godlike or not godlike.
But you see him like popping off about how he's like fucking 1v2ing Fran and
Yep. Yeah.
who was with and Siegfried, right? Yeah.
Siegfried.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I don't even need my fucking chariot. I'll beat your motherfucking asses. I'm just like, what? Wait, what? Like,
yeah, he was going in. It's kind of funny because in the episodes or after the ones you haven't seen, they show because you don't know what Sandra Ramis even does because she's not in the game either, right?
Right.
But they show what her thing is, and it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
real. That shit's real.
I'm ready.
That's some shit. Yeah.
They're gonna put her in the
be
game,
like,
sure,
what
right?
the fuck?
I mean, this is all circular, right? I mean, can't wait for them to release all these fucking servants that we haven't actually gotten yet into the game, and yeah.
There aren't a whole lot of them that people would like want. Like honestly, like you said about Achilles, like are they gonna make him a 5-star? He doesn't even look cool. Like
okay, apparently Semi was in the leaks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people will hella roll for her, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just bring back like Shiro raid up and 5-star Astolfo. Let's go.
Okay.
5-star Astolfo. Everyone will roll for that.
Siegfried getting a new form. Is he going to be not garbage this time?
Maybe he won't be garbage. I don't know. I think it's so much funnier. Like Siegfried is just so much funnier in Apocrypha if you fucking play FGO because
because he's not garbage.
Yeah, it's
you're like,
so
oh my god,
funny. It's
as expected
so
of a strong saber.
It's so hard to take it seriously. Like I can't even. I'm just like, anytime Siegfried's on screen, I'm just in the back of my head. I'm just like, man, this fucking guy. Like, what a disappointment. Yeah, Alan's probably listening to us being like, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
I understand like what you're saying is in FGO there might be like a character that's
he's a 4-star in FGO.
Yeah, but in the anime, like in Apocrypha, he's like godlike, and you're just like, this makes absolutely no fucking sense, or even like the other way around.
Yeah,
it's not consistent.
He's a 4-star in FGO, and he's definitely one of the worst 4-stars.
Yeah, he's like meme tier bad.
He's
like,
so bad.
He's like a waste of your RNG, basically.
So
I had him too when I started. It was funny.
Yeah.
So in the game, can you have like all 5 stars and have like a godlike team? There isn't like a point system or like a ratio system.
There is, but you can still have all 5 stars.
Yeah,
okay. Right.
There is a point system, but it's not really that important. My alarm's going off, but keep talking.
Yeah. And so like even compared to 5 stars, it's like not even close. Like it's like a joke comparing Secret to 5 stars. But even compared to like other 4 stars, he's like a joke. that's why he's so funny.
All right.
Anyways, yeah. And yeah, Shakespeare. Really fucking random.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? What does Shakespeare do?
I mean, don't ask us. He's like a fucking 1 star or whatever in the game. So
he explained what he was gonna do. You saw Alan.
No, he just like talked.
Yeah, he said, "I want to. This battle is too epic for me to miss. I want to chronicle this, so I need to be alive till the end of the war. So see you later, guys. Have fun fighting." That's actually what he said.
Oh, was that? He really pieced out? I thought he was like going to fight.
No, he just didn't go to
pieced
fight.
out?
He just said he was gonna watch.
What?
When they got ready to go for the big fight. That was in episode 7.
So fucking stupid.
That was hilarious to me, honestly, because they brought all the servants in, and all the servants are like, all right, we're gonna throw down with this big ass battle. You guys ready? And they're like, yeah, I'm down. And then Shakespeare's like, yeah, have fun. I'm gonna watch.
Like,
man,
John is just like there.
What a beast.
Doing stuff. Don't know what really.
Well, we're gonna get to see everyone fight this time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's at least, from what I watched so far, at least there's plenty of interesting action, which is cool. Like I fucking watched that fucking Karna versus Siegfried fight, which was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Although, like the stream and I were complaining about how there's all this fucking like ghosting and shit because it's like for TV and it's just too ridiculous. Apparently, like the animator for that scene was like salty and posted his roughs for the animation because they look so fucking sick. It's pretty great.
Wow.
Oh really? And it's different than what actually came out?
Dude, it's pretty fucking. I'm sure the Blu-rays will look dope, but like, at least what I watched, it was cool. But I mean, it's what happens when there's anything that's just got hella flashing shit on it. It's like dark, there's ghosting, and it's just like kind of pretty incoherent.
Yeah, they kind of just run into each other and explode, and it's like okay, but
it was pretty funny how there's just a bunch of fucking explosions everywhere. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, okay, this is like 80% explosions, and then they actually fight sometimes, but mainly explosions.
Yeah.
Combined with the awkwardness of seeing Siegfried actually doing dope shit, yeah, it's
it's kind of funny. I know.
What
Mordred's scenes seem better than the other characters' scenes. Honestly, she gets pretty sick scenes.
Who?
Mordred.
Oh yeah, Mordred's pretty dope.
What about Jack the Ripper? Fucking lolly assassin.
Oh yeah, I haven't. She only like got shown a teeny bit since what I got, but yeah.
Yeah, they show her more later.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, up until I saw her, I didn't even realize she was from Apocrypha. Like I think I've read that before, but I honestly forgot. So when they're like, "Oh yeah, Jack the Ripper," I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like she's in this. It's great. Yeah, and then that was just yet another like tick on the chart of more silly gender mix-ups in Apocrypha. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, man, it's like half of the cast.
Did you see the scene where it's showing Mordred's flashback? Was that in the episodes you've seen yet, or was that
I
later?
I don't think so yet.
Okay, it's pretty godlike.
Because they're definitely doing that. Like they're clearly girls yelling at each other. She's like, "Dad, why did you do this?
Why did you do this?"
God. Yeah, I was wondering how they were going to do this because
it's sure, as awkward as you could imagine.
It's
for sure.
Stupid.
Like
so stupid.
I'm sure some fucking lore master is going to correct me on this, but it's retarded to begin with. Like I don't even remember exactly what it is, but isn't it? It's like fucking Merlin like gives. Like basically like artificially inseminates someone with like fucking Saber's fucking like magical boner basically.
Is that what it is? I thought Merlin turned her into a guy for one night so that he could smash.
Yeah,
and then he went back. I thought that's what it was.
So,
either way, it's dumb. Like it doesn't make it better, but yeah.
What? Are you serious?
It's totally there's magic
lore?
and a penis being grown.
There's actually lore to this.
It's lore. It's hella fucking lore.
For sure.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's man.
But it's really funny in the scene. That's what I was saying. So
Yeah,
because they
so-
actually show the scene animated.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you're
that's
gonna-
funny, but then it's even funnier that they're like actually gonna show it. Like they're gonna actually talk about this in a serious manner is like the most hysterical thing to me.
Yeah, I kind of want to see your reaction to it because
This is also all like the whole this whole thing is just like part of some dumb grand scheme for like was it for like Morgan Le Fay or someone to like get back at King Arthur basically. Like it's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have her grow a dick so that we can make this like fake son thing, and then we're gonna show her. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, okay. That's a good place to transition to talk about a different series.
Mhm.
But yeah, shout outs to like magic penises and stuff. I guess it's just par for the course with Fate. But yeah, what else did we watch? Because I know I only watched one other thing.
What else did you watch?
I watched Gamers.
Are you current? Are you on episode 6?
I'm
Uh,
halfway through episode 6.
Oh, you got to finish it because episode 6 is fucking everything of the show so
Damn,
far.
okay, you guys gotta calm down. I did not watch 6 because I saw that 6 came out like today.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I had to catch up on Ballroom.
Okay. So,
So
I won't say everything.
we'll talk about Gamer 6 next week.
We can talk about Gamers 5, where the show turns into misunderstandings. The show.
Yeah, fucking fuck, dude. Fuck. I already saw people tweeting on my timeline about how Gamer 6 is fucking godlike or something. I don't know what's really going on.
the ending is something else.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
having not seen that, all I can really say is that this series is like kind of cancer right now. This episode,
Yeah, I know.
like, I mean, I guess I am enjoying it, but yeah, fucking misunderstandings. The series is.
Did you see the part where he's in the cafe with the pink hair girl, and then the neat girl walks
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah,
Bro, that was so stupid.
And then-
Actually, that was so dumb.
and then he walks outside, and he's like, "She's the best girlfriend ever,"
Yeah,
and she's
and then
like,
he forgets to
"Oh."
tell her that she's the boyfriend of the other guy. Like, you missed the only part that mattered. Come on, dude.
I'm also God. I feel sorry for this Uehara guy, by the way. Still, he's seeing all this terrible misunderstanding shit, and he's just like, I
just like how he's like, dude, they're exactly the same person. They're like made for one another, and then they're just like, nah, your opinions are shit.
Yeah, I kind of got triggered how they force they write it so. I don't even know what the adjective I'm looking for here is, but it's just too much, man. Like they're having them say the same fucking sentences, like, you know, it's just going too far, man.
Dude, they just like wanted to make like a circle of characters, and then they throw characters into the middle, and it's like a fray of just rom-com.
I mean,
shit
they just
happening
running
all
these
the time.
jokes into the fucking ground, dude. I mean,
They're like forcing conflict with the different characters between everyone. Like,
I mean, also, my mind broke at the fact that she's also the fucking game designer for the stupid game that he kept talking about.
oh yeah. I was just like, really? Okay.
I didn't notice that the first time she said the name until like Uehara had mentioned it like to himself
Right.
or something, and I was like, wait a minute, God
that's
fucking damn it, because she was like, oh yeah, and I also use like Nobe as my handle sometimes, like fucker. Yeah.
They threw in like a million different connections on purpose.
I don't know. The animation's like so shit too. Like the show just looks like shit. I'm like,
Well, I mean, I feel like if you've watched till 5, you're kind of obligated to watch 6 because
Yeah,
they go into overdrive in 6, man. Like you definitely got to see 6.
I just want this to be over. I want this to end already. That's how I feel about this series.
Yeah.
Why can't we just find out more about the girl who plays Guilty Gear?
Nope. We
Is
gotta
that
go in the
all?
love square,
That's all I really want.
the love pentagon, the love something or other.
Like, fuck, man. Why did they even introduce those characters to us? They don't even do anything. In fact, this entire series so far could have existed without the Gamers Club.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It literally
It's, like,
turned into
totally
rom-com.
pointless. Yeah.
It's literally turned into a rom-com, like in the past couple episodes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily mind it. Like I said last time we talked, like I didn't like where I thought it was going anyways, as far as just being about like gamer pandering club bullshit, like some kind of weird, like, I don't know, like super positive version of Kenji Ken or something that was gonna kind of make me whack. So I guess I'm sort of enjoying this in a different sense, but this no longer has anything to do with actually playing video games anymore, and I'm actually just watching a generic rom-com. But that's okay. I'll just pretend this is like Nisekoi or something and just move along.
Yeah, that's probably
yeah.
the better way to look at it.
I like Tendo though, so I'm still rooting for her, I guess. But
Yeah.
And Aguri is good too. She deserves a lot better than this fucking bullshit, honestly. But yeah. But even though I root for Dando, yeah, with all this stupid, with how forced this shit is, I'm just like, this main character and the other girl just need to fuck already. Like, goddamn.
Or have a normal conversation. Goddamn.
Yeah, or fuse and just become one, I guess. Since they already basically like finish each other's sentences and are the same person. Yeah. I could tolerate the characters in Nisekoi more than this, says Death Napalm. I haven't watched it, so I can't say anything, but I don't necessarily dislike any of these characters. I just dislike these retarded situations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It's all in good fun. I'm chuckling while watching it, but I am also kind of cringing. I forgot to mention, by the way, during Ballroom, but I cringed so hard some of those fucking episodes. By the way,
Which
God
parts?
damn, I forget what it was, but there were at least like 2 scenes where I physically leaned back in my chair and just was like clutching my head because it was so cringy. Like, it was probably some of those scenes where he's like trying to I think it was, there was definitely like a scene where that fucking new dude shows up and he's like trying to say some shit and it's like super cringy.
The part where he's smashing his head against the other dude's head and they walk to the wall.
That was okay. I don't even know if I want to remember anymore, but it's just the main character being like fucking retarded and yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about gamers.
Yeah, at least it's not Gamer's typical otaku MC character. I can tell you that much. That shit is mad annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, all I gotta say is just you gotta watch episode 6 at least.
All right, that's the verdict. The mystical crystal ball of knowledge, aka ARM, has informed us that the next episode's shit.
If you watch to 5 and drop it, you just like totally wasted your time. But like at least watch 6.
Yeah, no, I will watch 6. I'm in it already, I guess. You know, we're already halfway through the season. Goddamn.
Yeah.
All right. What else did you guys watch? Because I know I didn't watch it, but I'd still like to hear your opinions on some shit.
I watched. I mean, we did watch Kakegurui.
Oh right, yeah. You guys should fuck Kakegurui. Fucking fuck. I will like fucking mute myself while you guys talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me find the mute button. I'm deafening myself now.
Yeah,
Wait a
yeah,
minute,
yeah.
wait a minute. I just realized that's not gonna work. I can't actually mute myself.
Wow! Wow! We got mixed.
Hold. Sorry. I just realized if I deafen myself, the fucking stream can't actually hear you guys. So I have to lower my speakers. Okay, so I'm deafening myself internally now. You guys can talk about it.
Oh, okay. So the president though.
So the president's scheming. You know, something.
Yeah,
But,
she's trying to bait the blonde girl. She's trying to break everybody.
Yeah.
Apparently that's what she does. Which is kind of hype. I want to see how why she's so godlike.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested on yeah, cuz I mean, this is a show about gambling, right? And I mean, is there cheating in this? Is there cheating in this one?
I think there's going to be cheating in all of them. I don't know.
Do you think the guns? No, I don't know. Honestly.
I mean, it's RNG in the end in which gun she is. She could have put a gun with one bullet or no bullets in.
Yeah, that's true.
So if it pulls out that gun, I mean, I don't think the gun is gonna fire and the person's gonna be like, get up and keep playing the game. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No. I just don't understand this one because I mean they did a pretty good job initially with stuff being pretty random, but there's at least something. This one actually seems completely random.
Yeah, this one seems rather extremely random.
Yeah, and
I don't even know how he would cheat. The funny thing was when the guy was like, "What's the sign? I'm spooked."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's supposed to happen now. I'm looking forward to next week.
I can tell you what I think is going to happen.
What?
I think that the main girl's going to win somehow. It'll be close or whatever. They won't win on this round. The shot that they were just talking about, or they're just showing. But then after that, she's gonna end up winning, and then blonde girl's gonna get obliterated by the president, and then they're gonna set up the official match between the president and main girl, and then that's gonna.
Oh yeah.
And game time.
Just it.
Yeah, I think that's what's about to happen.
I mean, did they really go through what's gonna end this one, or you're just dead? You're just gonna get shot and you're not gonna be able to go any further.
If you get shot, you lose. That's what it sounded like.
Just once?
Yeah, one shot, you're done. You're done, Zo. It's a headshot.
This is fast, man.
Yeah, it's a super RNG. This is you just roll the dice, and if it comes up a 7 or something, it's over.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's what I took the rules for. I could be wrong, I guess, but I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be, she's gonna shoot at main girl. Next episode, it's gonna click, and then she gets to fire back, right? And it's gonna click, and then they're gonna do another one, and she's gonna win by 1, and she's gonna fucking shoot once, and it's gonna be over. It's or something like that.
I think that's pretty crazy.
I just want to know what the president's game even is, because they didn't even show that one yet.
No, yeah, we don't know what she's good at. I mean, she might be one of those good at everything.
That's what I'm expecting.
What makes her the prez. She can just body you and everything.
I'm thinking she's just going to be the super nicest, the just extreme niceness. Because I really think that's what they're going to set up for is the showdown between main girl and the prez.
Yeah,
because it's got to be. And I mean, it's only a 12-episode series, so I think they're at least gonna have one big showdown at least before the show's over.
Okay, they have to.
But I think they'll finish everything in the next episode as far as between the two battles that are happening. Even though President and the blonde girl haven't even started. I just hope they don't do some shit where it's they show her where she's all right, the blonde girl's all right, I'll challenge you in your game, President, is they're gonna do one. And then it'll show main girl winning, and then it'll just flash back and she'll just be bodied. Like, I hope they don't do that. That would be whack. I just
the anime, the classic.
yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They just like time skip a fight, and then it's like, oh, I'm bodied. Like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. She was too powerful. Or
I
some
don't
shit.
think they do that in this.
I'm just saying, I hope it doesn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
I think it'll happen. Nah. All right.
Yeah, I guess we're
Next week is definitely gonna do some shit. So
yeah.
wait, bring Brett back. How do we bring Brett back?
Yes, in the line chat.
All right, I'm coming back.
Okay.
All right, how was the talks?
Good.
Pretty good. Mainly talking about how next week stuff's gonna happen. So you gotta watch too. Yeah, you did. For next week for this show.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys were gonna watch it. Oh wait, no, that was the other thing. No, I just fucked up. Yeah.
Are you talking about you talking about gamers?
Yeah. No, Kakegurui. I just fucked up. I had the episode downloaded. I just forgot. Yeah. Okay. Sick. Yeah. Hype for next episode. I agree with whatever was said. I agree with both of these guys. And yeah, I can't wait for the next episode that I also have not watched the precursor to. But yeah, any other series? I think that's like pretty much it for us. I think, right?
I mean, Warimono came out this past week. The entire series. They dropped.
Really?
They dropped all the episodes in one day. 7 episodes all at once. Boom.
Yeah. There's no one to talk with you
Yeah,
about it though, because
I already talked to KB. They were especially the last 3 were that was some of the best episodes they've ever had.
Dude, I can't wait for everything to finish, and then I can actually watch everything at my own dumb leisure.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly over time. Yeah, I don't know. There's still 2 series I actually want to start watching, which are Made in Abyss and Suzure. Both of those series are actually supposed to be quite good, so I feel kind of bad that I still haven't gone around to them, but maybe this week will be the time. Although I'm kind of scared because if they're really good, I don't know if I want to actually try and convince you guys to watch them. Unless you guys want to scout it out too, but supposedly both of those series are quite good this season. Particularly Made in Abyss seems to be the series that most people are talking about, actually.
Past week was Monogatari, and Game of Thrones just smashed for me, so
that's right.
I mean, I could probably watch something else.
I'm like 3 episodes behind Game of Thrones too. Fuck me.
Really? Damn, dude.
Dude, I'm so behind. I'm just so fucking busy with stuff that I haven't been doing shit. It sucks. But yeah. I definitely see a lot of people talking about Made in Abyss and Suzure. So one of my friends is like watching every single thing this season. So he was also telling me about some shit. He mentioned some other series I don't remember that he said was also pretty good. People were mentioning Aho Girl. I don't think any of us actually watched any more Aho Girl, or maybe not.
I do. I still keep up with everybody's stupid. Like that's just what the show's about. It's like you think it's just about one stupid girl. Everybody is actually stupid.
Damn, you still
Dude, they're
watch...
like 10 minutes long. Like it's not a huge time commitment. I don't know. You guys already know that I'll watch all the shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I've just seen the most offensive tweet in my entire life. I have to share this because this is completely off topic, but like I just actually like straight up lost brain cells.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Oh
to
yeah, I was gonna tweet that at you, but I assumed you already saw it.
So someone else just tweeted to me, or I mean, like lined it to me, and yeah, this is horrible. This is like something Dacid Bro would do. This is like the whitest. This is not even about being white. It's just like this is anti everything I stand for. Anyways, yeah. Well, now let's take a moment of silence to mourn for the loss of Boba. Yeah, let's go ahead and maybe do some Q&A then, since we are pretty much, I think, covered everything that we're watching.
Yeah, together. Everybody needs to watch Centaur Girl though.
Oh, that's right. You watched Centaur's Life.
It has never been talk about like the show that is so relevant right now.
A Centaur's Life?
Because it's about like racism and stuff.
Yep. It's straight up about like discrimination and racism. It's so funny. Like they get into like these small details with different races. Like this one girl, the class president looks like an angel, right? So you're like, what the hell's the deal with that? Why does she have like, how does she have a halo, right? It's actually part of their hair, right? And they said if you get it cut off, you actually get a certificate. Like apparently cutting off like an angel's halo, like cutting their hair like that by mistake is still considered like discrimination. So you have to get a certificate saying that somebody cut off your halo by mistake. Like it's dumb shit like that the show's about.
Wow.
Different ways you can discriminate against all the different races. Like, what the fuck?
All right, let me go ahead and pull up this. I chose the dumbest account name for this ask.fm, by the way. It's like ridiculously long email address that it's bound to. So every time I try and log into this ask.fm, I friggin' forget. Anyways, guys, we're gonna do some quick Q&A to wrap up today's cast. But if you haven't yet, feel free to check out the ask.fm/anime podcast to ask us questions. I will be posting a link in the chat as we go through these. And we just kind of do these for whatever the hell we want. Let's take a look at some stuff from today. How top tier are the Shinjuku males in FGO though?
Shinjuku males? I don't know if I've seen them.
I don't think I've
Who
seen
are
them
they?
either. Someone's gotta, I guess, hit us up with that info, because Shinjuku males.
I know the Shinjuku altars are god.
They are god. They're basically our god. Let's Moriarty, Sherlock. Okay, I haven't seen any of these. I haven't paid attention to FGO. Like Emiya Alter. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
I
I only get the waifus on my Twitter feed because that's all the people I follow.
Okay, well, speaking of FGO, here's a question we can probably answer, which is, how do you guys feel about the FGO event?
Which one? The
summer
racing event? Oh, I don't know, but I'm watching people get bodied in the gacha.
Yeah, the
Chun last
summer
night
is pretty funny. I'm enjoying watching people.
Chun last night was sad life rolling
Chun was
for Saber Alter swimsuit.
Oh.
The maid one. Yeah, he's getting bodied. He's getting real bodied. It was not.
Is
Not
so
good.
like, is he still bodied, or
Oh yeah, he never got her. He went in with the Buxton too,
wait,
and he never got her.
boxed?
He bugs hard. He was going. He just like rage buxing. It was not not good. Yeah, you know when people like they roll and they're like, oh shit, I didn't get it. Like, and, like they just like immediately like black out the screen and type in their like buy some more, and then buck, and then all of a sudden you see them rolling again. It's like, what was that?
Rage boxing.
Oh my
It's such a good
god.
term. Great term.
Yeah, and he rolled 8 swimsuit holiness. Yeah, like the guy in the chat
Oh my
said.
god. So he's rolling for altar?
Yeah, she's a
Did
5
she
star.
have a
So
solo rate up?
I assume so. I don't know. I just watched him roll, dude. Like,
Word. Well, I'm glad that the only thing I need to roll for is Nobu.
yeah, she's a 4 star, so
Yeah,
it's a lot easier.
easy.
5 stars and 5 stars in FGO are that's like the scariest shit, dude. Like,
Dude. Yeah,
I feel
fuck
bad
that-
for
fuck that
people.
noise, dude.
I watched that happen, and I was just like, no, stop.
I'm sad I
stop
missed
it.
that.
It's
Do
pretty
you guys
funny.
have any favorite anime soundtracks that you still listen to? Oh, wait, we answered
Oh,
that.
we answered
We
that
talked about that
time.
last. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any anime you wanted to be adopted into a video game? And what kind of video game would it be? Okay. So I've said this, I keep saying this, I'm going to continue saying this, which is that I still think that a Guilty Crown fighting game would have been dope as fuck.
Guilty Crown.
Guilty Crown fighting game. It would have been a really good IP for a fighting game.
Hmm.
Because it's about a lot of different characters with various kinds of weapons and interesting powers with them. Would have been
I didn't
pretty
watch it,
cool.
so.
Because the main characters basically hide anyways. So
Nice.
yeah, man, when's the Kakegurui competitive MMO?
Oh god. MMO.
Yeah,
Where you
MMO.
just gamble people. Gamble against people.
Yeah. When's
So,
the
any
when's the
online
fate of poker
poker?
for MMO?
They could definitely make another fighting game. That would be cool.
Yeah, I
A
mean
new
the
Fate fighting game
answer
would
of
be good.
fighting game for like almost anything that we're talking about that we like is
Yeah.
pretty-
Because we're fighting game players, so anything with like a lot of cool, unique characters, it's like, hell yeah, make that into a fighting game too.
yeah, Recreators the fighting game.
Those characters are kind of boring, though. Honestly,
Things
the
are
Recreators
whack.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean they're like intentionally generic, so
Yeah, exactly. They're the basic ass characters that everyone loves.
yeah, I don't know. Aside from fighting games, I'm sure some Boku no Hero versus Marvel. That's hella funny. I don't know if I would really like Hiraka as a fighting game though. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of cool. I guess there's something maybe about like the art style that for me doesn't really fit as a fighting game. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like outside of fighting game genres, are there other genres of stuff that you guys would be interested in seeing as an adaptation? I'm sure there's some thing that's worth being an RPG.
I'd have to dig.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, because it's the thing is,
give me a really good volleyball game with high Q characters.
that would be a mad hard game to make.
I don't know, like they're volleyball games, but they're all kind of whack.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's actually been done like great. Actually, that'd be fun as shit, man. You could make that mad fun.
VR Haikyuu game.
VR? I don't think it has to be VR. I think it should be a sports game. Like
yeah, VR volleyball, dude. This is give it another like 10 years.
you have to jump.
Yeah.
That'd be some shit. That would, dude. So many people would break their VR headset.
Yeah, you definitely have to be like in a padded room.
VR Prince of Tennis, dude.
Yo, VR Amagami, 18 plus. Let's go.
I would buy VR for.
Did I tell you that? Speaking of VR, did I ever tell you that story about how I played? One of my friends works at GameStop, so like one time I went over to the GameStop like after it closed, and they were just fucking around with their like Vive station, and we were just like fucking around with the games. And this was like I had been playing a shitload of Overwatch at this time, so I was playing this like FPS game where you just like have a bow and arrow and you're just shooting balloons basically, which was actually pretty fun. I actually had a lot of fun with that game, but I realized how fucking hard it was to aim shit without a crosshair.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I need a crosshair in real life, or I can't hit any of this shit. Fuck. I'm like, this is like being Hanzo, but 20 times harder. The thing about video game genres is like, I feel like if it's an anime that's story driven, then we don't necessarily even really ask for like an RPG because we already know what the story is, right?
Right.
So it's like half of the fun of it is kind of already spoiled for us. So I think that's why we're all gravitating towards fighting games, because it's like a genre where you just kind of like take the IP and let it explode, and like you have cool stuff.
Let them use their. I mean, it's the same thing with like Dragon Ball. It's like they adapted that from the anime, and it's like, yo, I'm down, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. Where's my taiga? I was like gonna like look at some shit, but like everything in my fucking computer is just like exploding now. So, just make a bunch of Mobage. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
No.
There's already enough Movage out there. Like, come on. I saw they were making a Bakemonogatari Movage. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, I did see that. I definitely did see that.
For why? Everything.
This is a really random question, but sure. What speakers do you guys use when watching anime on your computers?
I use headphones.
I think I have these Alltech Lansing speakers that I bought for like $50 from my friend's brother a couple summers ago. It's nothing special.
I use some really old fucking speakers. I think my speakers are like they might be 20 years old now. Wait, sorry, they might be 10 years old now.
Pretty damn old.
They're the speakers I use in college, I think, and I don't even know what they are. Yeah, I like actually don't know what they are. They might be Logitech. I don't know. They've served their purposes, I guess. But yeah, I can't even say what their brand is. Thunderbolt Fantasy MMO. Okay, that's pretty dope. Yeah, I'd play the fuck out of that.
As long as they have a way to just let you control all characters, that'll be sick.
I'd rather play fucking Thunderbolt Fantasy, the fighting game, though. Like,
yeah,
that would be sickness too.
That'd be the sickest fucking shit, dude. Kakegurui Mario Party. That's funny. Yeah, I'd play that. Can we also make this a Mobage, like Kakegurui Mario Party Mobage?
Oh my god.
Thunderbolt Fantasy Muso. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Thunderbolt Fantasy anything is good.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Thoughts on the new Marvel trailer and the new characters in DBFZ? Can you guys
care about Marvel at all?
Fill me in on that shit, because I haven't seen the trailer.
I didn't watch the trailer yet, but I saw people talking about it.
Yeah, I saw a couple like pictures from it. Apparently, they fixed Chun's face. They announced like a couple characters I think are going to be dropping with the game, and they announced the game modes for the game, or like pretty much like the menu, like the different modes you have.
What about the new characters in DBFZ? Which characters are they?
Super Saiyan Blues. Yeah. So it's Goku and Vegeta Blue.
And Android 18 and
16, I think. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, and apparently 17 is gonna like fight. Like they didn't like really explain it like super well or detailed as far as I know, but apparently 18 is like either like part of, or 17 is either part of 18's attacks, or like I don't know if they like tag out or something, or like they're like a combo character. Yeah,
there was like a model of her, and you're just kind of like
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well that's cool.
But I was looking forward to 16. A lot of people think that's like random character like, but I was like, yeah, hell yeah, 16's in. I'll try and play him.
Yeah, that's cool. The blues sound cool, I guess. I don't know. I haven't even watched Dragon Ball Super, so I can't say anything.
Neither have I. And if Goku Blue doesn't have instant transmission Kamehameha, then I don't even care. I'm just gonna play regular Goku because that is the coolest shit. Like hell yeah. Did you see that big ass Goku combo where he did this combo like way off the top of the screen and then like spiked him and then did instant transmission Kamehameha to the ground?
Oh, I did see
Blasted
that.
him?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah. Apparently, there is a Kakegurui Mobage in
Oh my
pre-reg.
God. Jesus fucking Christ.
Of course.
The reality, man.
The greatest thing that came out today was that 3v3 mode for DBZ that they announced.
Hey, that sounds cool. That's net play only though, right?
Yeah, and Brett's definitely gonna have online tournaments for it.
Get your 3 dudes.
Get your 3 bros together, make a
That's
team.
pretty hype. Yeah. Yeah, we doing it. Very simple question, but a good one. What anime do you want remade?
Remade.
Remade. That's pretty tough.
I'm trying to think of one. So would that mean it's exactly the same story-wise, but it just looks better, or they could actually like fix the story?
I think it just means like completely redone. I'm gonna say out.
So you can fix whatever you want, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What show that I was kind of tight that was bad? Oh, what was that show? Charlotte.
You wanted to remake Charlotte?
Charlotte.
No, they're just gonna make it bad again. I don't trust them.
I think like that show was really cool. It's just like there was some stuff that happened in it where you're just like, come on. I think the show's premise was really good, and I think the direction it was going was okay, but it's just how it did it. Like the execution was just like terrible.
Yeah.
I remember Bryce. Bryce was just raging about the MC. It's like, dude, you have all this, all these powers, and you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get like blinded by this flash. Like,
Yeah. That was super bad.
That was so terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's definitely some of the most fuckboy shit.
I'd say Charlotte. People
I'm
are
gonna
saying
say, I mean, that's a really, really hard question because there's a lot of ways you can interpret this. Like the possibilities are endless. Like it could be something you didn't like that could be good. It could be like something that was a crime that needs to be fixed. I think my initial inclination is to remake the Umineko anime so it is not shitty.
You trust them though? See, like I saw that too, and I was just like, oh, just go read the visual novel if you want to see it.
Can I just have it remade in the sense that it never existed? Is that like an option? Like, can it be remade by Ufotable?
Do the same with Tsukihime.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Spectre has the same idea. He said remake Tsukihime anime, yeah.
Yeah. I think Ufotable could do a 6 Tsukihime anime, so I mean, I guess I'll make that my answer.
I mean, we're getting the remake of the game, so
I hope.
I mean, we know we are. It's confirmed.
Yeah, I know.
It's probably going to take another like 10 years.
Yeah.
So I just hope that. Yeah, I hope that whatever's working on it doesn't just go underground before they finish it. Oh, I would actually. Okay, here's what I would actually want. I think I would like Gundam X to get remade because Gundam X was canceled they had to finish it in like a really rushed bullshit way. So I would actually like to see that remade like with a full budget properly. Would be pretty good. That's my answer, I think.
I would definitely not say Roka, because hell no. I don't ever want to see anything to do with that show again.
You know, I was talking with some friends who like Roka. Everyone came out of the closet at the same time, apparently. It was like we were like talking about anime. We were just like sitting around a coffee shop, basically. And one person was saying that they like Roka, and then another friend was like, "Yo, yeah, I like Roka too." And I was like, "What's fucking wrong with you people?"
Were they eating their boba with a fork and knife?
Yeah. I mean, they have their reasons, and I can kind of respect it. They actually liked the atmosphere. I think the main thing was they enjoyed that it kind of subverted your expectations about what the series was going to be.
Okay.
Which is what we hated, actually, right? So
yeah.
But I suppose if you enjoyed that, then there's some value in that, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think you can really justify how shittily executed it was. Like how bad everybody was at actually playing the game. Like,
yeah, and the last couple episodes just got like worse. Like, what the hell? The ending was so bad. I don't know.
It definitely treaded some line where it could almost have been good, but the fact that they dropped the ball is kind of almost what was the worst thing about it. I also agree with Maiko. It subverted my expectation of it being good. That's actually honestly exactly what it really was, because it was like you were kind of interested when it became this kind of like closed room murder mystery thing, because you're expecting some interesting twist, and instead you find out that bombs were all buried underneath the entire area.
Yeah, like some cool mystery you could have figured out or something. And then it was just like, oh god, that was what it was.
And then there were bombs underneath this whole time. That's still my favorite one. Like I'll never forget that part. Like there's just these fucking bombs underneath the whole thing because and the fucking mist. My fucking god.
And then the person was in their body was in the dead dinosaur or something, or dead.
Yeah, it was. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I'm already just getting upset. We can't talk about this anymore. Just.
Yeah, but I mean, I was there. I was the one who I watched it and I was like, I'm gonna watch it for this one character. And then like a couple episodes in, I was like, I don't know about this. And then you dived in and we were both like, I don't know. Like
it was You fucking Togo. You couldn't figure out the mystery in the first few episodes like SKD.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, anyways, back to the question. My pick is probably Gundam X, but there are plenty of things that I think would be good if they were remade. A lot of letdowns over time. But then sometimes I think about it and it's like, well, you can't change the base material. It was going to be shitty no matter what, kind of thing. Like, you can't fix Roku no Yusha. It's based on some fucking novels. You can't fix Kuzuno Honkai. The original is fucked up. There's no fixing any of that shit. So
you could fix Tsukihime though.
Yeah, you can fix Tsukihime. You can fix Umineko. Maybe you can fix the Dean Fate Stay Night if you really cared enough about it. I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, we've got enough Fate. Like that one doesn't need to be fixed. It's
it can just be there.
Yeah.
I never even actually watched it, I don't think, so I just hear stories about it and how
I definitely watched it before I read the visual novel. I definitely watched it.
Wait, you watched it before the VN?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I did. I definitely did. And then I read the VN, and then that was when UVW came out. So
okay,
I read the VN before UVW.
Do you have any anime you've rewatched and liked more the second time around? And part 2, Do you have any anime you want to rewatch? Huh.
The last one I can remember actually just sitting down and rewatching the whole thing and liking it more was Madoka. That was mine. I actually remember it like specifically the time because I watched it with a friend and I called these things that I didn't see the first time. I was like, oh, it's sick.
Yeah, I'm definitely not someone who rewatches stuff. So
Right. Is the only reason I would do it is because someone else is watching. Like recently, Almond was watching Fate Zero, so I was rewatching. I watched like the last couple episodes of Fate Zero with him and his girlfriend. So I kind of rewatched that, but like stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, I did rewatch 5 centimeters per second. I don't think I enjoyed it more the second time. I might have like equally enjoyed it, but I think it's pretty difficult to enjoy something more on the second viewing unless you specifically like did not have a good time watching it the first time.
As far as what I want to rewatch Monogatari at some point. Now that they've come to like a conclusion.
Yeah.
Even though that's mad episodes to dedicate myself to, so I don't know when I'll get around to doing that.
I'm sure there's something that I'll probably have not. I'm sure there's something that like I didn't like. Oh, okay. Actually, technically, a large part of Clan Ad for me was a rewatch.
Oh yeah, because the first season. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess maybe it was better, but nothing really happens in the first season, anyways. And the second and After Story was completely new, so. I don't know. I'm like just looking through shit I watched. I don't know what else I have ever really rewatched. I guess maybe I would say no. I think I'm definitely a person where the first time is always the best. So it would have to be something that was awful that upon rewatching I was like, this is amazing, and I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened to me either.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it happened to me with Monica. Like Monica, the first time I watched it, I thought it was really good, and then I watched it again, and I was like, oh shit, like, that was better than I thought. that's how it was for me. So
yeah,
and then a game I'm planning or a show we're planning on the rewatching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
show that you plan on rewatching. I know I personally, there's definitely like tons of stuff I want to eventually rewatch. I just, don't know if I'll ever get around to it. But fucking everything. I don't know. Like literally a ton of shit that I want to rewatch. I definitely want to rewatch Gurren Lagann again at some point. I want to rewatch Hunting Clover again, though I've done that before. I think I want to rewatch Samurai Champloo at some point because
I think I have seen that because I watched it the first time I watched it was like on Cartoon Network. I didn't catch all the episodes, and then I actually watched the whole thing straight through. So
actually, okay. I want to rewatch Kenshin because I definitely did that for Kenshin, where I definitely watched like kind of like random episodes on probably Cartoon Network. I'm assuming it was on like Toonami. And so yeah, my experience with Kenshin is pretty fucking like scattered to the winds. Though I did like read all of it, so my memory of the series itself is somewhat solid, but that's through manga, not through anime. So I wouldn't mind like rewatching the whole anime again because Rurouni Kenshin is like pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, it's cool, man, cool.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to think of another really like purest samurai series that's come out since Kenshin that's really been that awesome, or existed at all. Like that's just the kind of genre that I guess people don't really touch because it's basically that's
Been
Kenshin's
mastered.
domain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I really dug that in general. You know, I mean, it's not a surprise. You know, I like swords, so it's pretty sad that there's not like more. And when there is more, it's like it's always got some other thing going on, or it's like just like I don't know. There's other shit going on. So, Vagabond anime when you know. I think someday, maybe when it's done, Vagabond's definitely like one of the best pieces of media at all ever made. But Bleach, god damn it, I'm pretty mad.
Someone wants to remake Bleach? Oh my god.
No, I mean he's right that Yomi Yugi's saying Bleach is about swords, and it is.
Oh yeah. It's definitely about.
But it's more about fucking superpowers. I don't know. I'm pretty mad that you're right, but like, yeah, I think I had chosen to forgot, but that is technically a thing. You're not wrong, but that doesn't make me happy. I don't know. How about you guys? Anything you guys want to rewatch eventually?
Well, I answered Monogatari. I've rewatched a couple of my favorite shows before, so it's not like totally uncommon for me, but it always happens because I'm watching with someone else.
So, I would like to rewatch Anohana actually. I recently had a conversation about Anohana, and just like we are just kind of talking about what we liked about it, and yeah, I really liked Anohana. I that's definitely one of my kind of off picks. Is Anohana is still definitely up there for me actually as like a very very I personally give it 10 out of 10. It's definitely on my like it's on my top 20 probably of all time. And I would like to rewatch it. Yeah, it's a pretty short series too, so yeah. Sometimes I feel like rewatching Code Geass also to relive the hype.
Yeah.
I don't think the series like ever gets old. It's like too wild.
I've definitely rewatched some of the God episodes in that show before. So
yeah.
I don't think there's anything I really want to rewatch soon though.
I would like to rewatch Kaiji as well. I haven't watched Kaiji in a while. I mean, I watched them when they were airing, and yeah, pretty big fan of Kaiji, so would definitely like to see more of that. On the related note, One Outs too. Did either of you guys watch One Outs?
I did, but I don't think I finished it because it was hard to find subs for it.
Oh,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, One Outs is dope. It's by
One Outs is pretty sick.
It's by the artist. The manga's it's originally based on a manga written by the same person who did Liar Game, and yeah, it's basically about Akagi, but he's a baseball player.
But he's a pitcher, and he's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
this show is so good.
Yeah, it's literally 100% just about the mind game between the pitcher and the batter. It's really cool in the sense of like, and I recommend people who haven't checked it out, definitely, if you're interested in anything by Fukumoto or like very psychological or cerebral shows, you know, even if your shows of like kind of larger scale showdowns, like say Code Geass or let's say Death Note, those kind of shows, then you might also find some things to like a lot about One Outs, because yeah, it does something that's really cool and unique in that it really does zoom in 100, 1000x scale to the microcosmic kind of mind game between the pitcher and the batter, which is kind of cool because it's like I guess it's the way I'd compare it to something like Akagi is that like Akagi is about taking the base mind game of like the game of mahjong and telling a tale about it. But like I like One Outs in the sense that it takes something that we know, baseball, and then it zooms in even further to this like very specific aspect of baseball and tries to expand that whole universe into its own, story basically, which was pretty cool, pretty enjoyable. It also has an ending by Tribal Chair, which is, a great band and really random. But yeah, sorry, what were you saying, Arm?
I was saying I watched Ace of Diamond last year, like all of it. I mean, that was about baseball, and it was pretty good. But I don't think it's the same because it was more about like the team and stuff. So
yeah, I totally want to watch Ace of Diamond too. I hear really good things about that show. I think, it's
definitely good.
I still gotta watch Baby Steps too. Like fuck.
Yeah.
If Lelouch was a sports shonen main character, I you know what? Actually, I definitely need to rewatch. I think, and more than any other series, I think right now, I need to rewatch Furikuri, FLCL. That
the last time you've seen it, because I've seen it not super long ago. It's not like it's hard. It's 6 episodes.
Yeah, so. The last time I saw it was the first time I saw it like 10 years ago, or longer than 10 years ago, 2005 or whatever. Like that was actually one of the first anime I'd ever watched, I think, that was like actually anime and not just like a cartoon that I knew about. So yeah, I definitely want to rewatch Furikuri. It would probably be like a really weird thing to watch now as like an adult, like a post college working person adult, because I think actually for most of us who watched Furikuri when it was new, I think we were all like kind of like teenagers, and and so like the really interesting thing about Furikuri is that I've been thinking about, despite not watching it recently, it's been on my mind, in the sense that I think one of the most interesting things that Furikuri brings to the table is that like it kind of is nonsensical, but it strikes a lot of like underlying chords. It's because it's about like coming of age. It's about a lot of things, but it's not really obvious what those things are. But I think like as teenagers, we kind of were in that mindset where we might not really understand exactly what it is because it is nonsensical, but we were all kind of still, attracted to it and the things it talked about. I think that's really cool.
I need to actually go back and watch it because I don't think I ever caught the whole thing. I know it's short. We've talked about this before, but I do need to go back and watch it.
Yeah. Death Nape on saying I don't think I didn't understand anything. I don't think really any of us did, like
I definitely watched it like twice within a certain like period, a couple years. I know that much.
Yeah, it's super abstract, a lot of just like it basically is about like the awkwardness of becoming an adult or being a teenager. It's literally just about being a teenager, basically. And there's like, it's like everything about it. There's like those, sexual undertones too. There's this odd relationship he has with, all the girls in the series. And there's that kind of like element of like shyness and opening yourself up. That's a big part of the series as well. I think that the series' deep connection with the music is also a pretty large part of like being a teenager too. It definitely plays into that kind of like subconscious undertone, and just like all the symbolism in the series too, and the fact itself in and of itself that it doesn't really make sense and that it is playful and just like full of just the kind of thrown around symbolism is pretty unique. I think that's still definitely worth like reanalyzing. So I definitely want to rewatch it at some point just to be like, now that I like can fully comprehend this material, how does that really change my viewing of the series? But I think there is something cool about watching it and not understanding what's going on. I almost feel like that's like part of it, the experience.
Yeah, they definitely don't make it easy to understand.
Yeah,
they do it on purpose.
I know we were talking about this last week about things that we were glad we watched at the time we did, and so I don't think I mentioned that one last time, but that's definitely one of them. for me.
Yeah.
Like Furikuri for sure. Like I don't know if you'd really get the same shit watching Furikuri like if you're like fucking 30 or something. I don't even know if it would really like interest someone at all. Actually, if you're like over 30 and you're like watching Furikuri for the first time, you're probably just like, wow, this is really whack.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, that was a pretty good question. Yeah, there's lots of shit. What was the first anime with the biggest letdown to you?
Well, we already talked about two
first?
today.
Yeah.
Oh, the first. Okay.
Okay, the first.
God.
I'll let you guys
I'd
go.
probably say back when I was I was really in the Gundam. I think one of the first shows I remember. Well, no, Bleach.
Sick.
Bleach or Naruto.
Took a long time for Bleach to actually like truly let me down, though. Like I still watched it up until I still read it up until like many
Bounto.
years
As
ago.
soon as the Bounto started, I was out.
Oh yeah, that's an anime though.
Dude,
I mean, by that time I was
enjoyed
already in the
Bounto.
manga.
Okay.
I watched the
I
whole
watched the
Bounto
Bounto.
arc.
I did too.
I was okay with it. Tell me how you feel, Alan,
About what?
about Bleach.
It got boring. It got stupid. Like when I first started watching anime I watched it as a kid, but I didn't like follow it. And then in college we had a thing called DC++ on campus, and it was pretty much just
Dude, DC++
another
was the shit.
yeah, so I mean that was the file sharing service, and you were LAN together with everybody on campus, so you downloaded stuff at like 10 megabytes per second or something.
shit
So
was
you just got
blistering.
stuff instantly. And there were people with just these huge libraries of anime, and I'm just like, oh shit, like I don't have to waste my bandwidth because we only got like a gigabyte a week or something, or it was really low out of your dorm. And I was like, oh, so this is the way people get around that. So once I got on that, I started watching shows. And I think the first shows that I picked up were Bleach, and Fate Stay Night. I think I started watching them at around the same time. And like Fate was awesome, but like I was like, so how long's Bleach gonna go for? And my friend's like, this is probably gonna go forever, like a DBZ. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then it just turned the shit. And that's the first time I ever got hit with filler. That's the first time I ever learned what filler was.
Right.
And then I think one of my friends was like, oh, well, you should try watching Naruto. And I did that. And then it got to the first filler arc. And I'm just like, it's the same fucking shit. Like,
When
I
did
can't
you
do this
even hit
anymore.
filler in the anime? Also, God bless your soul for watching the anime. Like,
Which one? Bleach or
Naruto.
Naruto. Okay.
I mean, it was hype. The beginning's super hype.
It is. I agree.
And then it turns into him just eating ramen. And I'm like, this is boring. I don't feel like watching this. This is not me. This is not what I'm going for.
How about you, Arm?
I specifically remember watching Gungrave as a kid and it getting to the part where he returned to the future, and I was just tight as fuck. I don't know if it was justified, but I just remember being extremely mad at the way they dealt with the future part in Gungrave, and to the point where I'm not even sure I'd even finished it. I don't think I did. So that's gonna be my answer because I definitely remember that specifically.
That's
Carrie
a good
says
one.
Gundam Seed, and that's what I was gonna say before I brought up Bleach.
Dude, if I had
watched,
if Gundam Seed came before the other series that I'm going to mention, then yes, because God damn it, I'm still tight at Gundam Seed. Fuck Gundam Seed. Like, you know, hold on. I'm just gonna go off right now because like I'm not gonna talk too much about what Gundam Seed is whack, but I'm just gonna say anytime someone says that Gundam Seed Destiny was whack, but then they like Seed, I just call bullshit.
and Seed was pretty.
Shit.
Seed
Like,
was pretty bad.
Seed. Oh, like I. Oh God, like Seed has some things that are kind of like amusing, but Seed had actually the start of like almost all the problems start in Seed. It's not Destiny. Like, I mean, I like Seed too in the retarded sense, but like I mean, literally when I think of Seed, all I can think about is what's that fucking girl's name? The blonde hair girl, fucking starts with a K.
Oh, No, it's not Colin.
No, it's not Kagali. Kagali, yeah,
Kagali,
it's Kagali,
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So yeah, like so when I think of Seed, my mental image is basically Kagali and then everyone else just jizzing on her. Because that's basically what happens. They just fuck this character over. They literally just ruin this character, and like the meme is that the writer of the series basically was jealous of the voice actor for Kagali because she suspected that she was like cheating on her husband or something bullshit like that. And like the Kagali's just gets ruined like for no real fucking reason. They just shit on this character so hard after, and you know, I actually liked her. I thought she was a pretty good character, you know, in the first like 20 episodes, and then they just like make her life miserable for no reason. I'm just so salty. I'll never forget it because it's just out of left field and it's just like a fuck you, big ass fuck you. It's like, you like this character, get fucked. So yeah, fuck Gundam C. Like, god damn it.
Well, what was the show you were gonna say?
It's the first thing, because the question was the first thing that the first anime with the biggest letdown for me is easily one of the first series I ever watched as a like actually I'm watching anime as opposed to Cartoon Network, which was Eureka 7.
I like Eureka 7.
Like I was,
I
you
didn't
know,
like
like
it.
you know how I was telling you guys about the things I was talking to you about friends, like, you know, we were basically at like a coffee or at like a boba place, like
Yeah.
we were at tea talking about anime for like 6 hours, and I had already ranted for like an hour about how much I hate the series. I hate the series. I think I ranted on stream about this like literally last week too. Maybe not on podcast, but on some stream, because I can complain about Eureka 7 like any day.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, and I didn't watch it all because I really didn't like it. But I've heard a lot of people that like when I'll say that they're like, "Wow, I loved it a lot." I'm like, I don't really want to get into it.
I didn't
Yeah.
love it a lot, but I enjoyed it.
Eureka 7 is on my top 5 most overrated series of all time, like, which is the like basically my top 5 most hated anime. Eureka 7 is probably number 1. Yeah. Because like if you say you like this series, I get triggered. Like there's absolutely no redeeming qualities to this series other than the music, basically. The music is dope as fuck though. Like all the openings, endings are godlike, so you know,
Mhm.
it is amazing. But as an actual series, Eureka 7 is definitely one of the biggest letdowns ever, just in the sense that it was awful and it was like one of the first shonen things I watched, and I was like I was feeling it in the beginning, and like it just crashes and burns. It's one of the few series I've seen where they actually like have these female characters that you like, and they literally just like rip them apart in front of your face. Like they just intentionally fuck over these female characters. So if you had a waifu in the series, it's just like they just tarnish her. Like it doesn't really matter who it is.
I definitely remember that happening.
Yeah, like the best girl at the end of the day was Anemone because they didn't fuck her up. Because she was already a psycho bitch, basically. So she ends up being my ultimate favorite girl in that series, just because she's just only a psycho crazy bitch, and that's about it. And they didn't like uglify her like they did with every other fucking character. But yeah, like Eureka 7 was just a huge disappointment for me. Like it just was awful, and like I hadn't even really been watching that much anime, and I could already tell it was bad. Like, I mean, yeah, they ruined Talho too. Talho, like they just turned her into a fucking mom. Best girl, just trashed. Fucking
She definitely was
trashed.
best girl.
Yeah, she was the best girl. Talho was easily the best girl. And then they just turned her into a mom, and you're like, why? Why would you fucking do this? Like, there wasn't even really a reason. Like, yeah, I think she quote unquote like developed as a character and cut her hair, but oh god, just the biggest.
It
fuck
bothered
you.
me too. It bothered me what they did with her a lot too.
Yeah, no, it's awful. It's so awful. Like, it's actually criminal. Like, why would you do this? I just don't understand what they were thinking. Like, you can have characters develop without making them like fucking look uglier. It's like I can't even really talk about it coherently because it's beyond me. But just remember, like even then, as a teenager, being like, I don't understand why these characters in this anime run around for like 15 episodes, like killing people without really like realizing that there are consequences for how that they're like just killing people. And then like lo and behold, episode like 19 or 20, like the main character is like, oh my god, this whole time are you telling me I've been killing people? And I just remember there's that scene where he's got the shotgun and he's like they're in the forest for some reason. And he comes to this realization. He's like super sad. And he's like crying. I know someone at least in the who's listening right now like knows exactly what I'm talking about because I remember this so clearly. I don't remember why they're in the forest or why everyone's crying, but that's what's happening. And then like for the next like 5 episodes, everyone is just crying and sad for like just about this, and they're just super sad. And you're just like, are you fucking serious? Like, the only good thing about this series is that there is that one episode where he gets picked up by like Ray Charles and his wife, and he kind of like has like this fake parenthood episode, and they're basically awesome characters, and they're like the only good characters in the whole series. That episode's fucking dope. I also remember that the final like arc is just totally retarded because like the final plot line is how like these fucking aliens are like that appear are basically like the spawn of Mother Earth, and it's like some protect the planet bullshit, and it's like super bullshit, and like the government's basically trying to say like fuck the planet or some stupid fucking Final Fantasy VII style bullshit, and I don't even remember the rest of it, but it's just like fucking, I just remember being god awful. And the girl's an alien.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, and that's also basically just like it's that whole part just plays out like a really bad rehash of Final Fantasy VI, basically. She's like, oh my god, I'm an Esper, but it's like fucking really bad. And they can't even really communicate with these aliens, but they sort of can. It's just, yeah. Okay, wait. There is one good thing. What the other good thing was? There's that part where like the aliens show up like in the cities, and they basically just like make people explode. I remember that because I was savage as fuck. Like they just kind of like they're like Vanilla Ice. They just kind of like are antimatter or something, and they just make space like disappear. And so they just like run around these cities, just like exploding people, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, so. Biggest disappointment for me. Bleach was up there though. Like, I mean, I still enjoyed it ironically, but like in a serious sense, yeah, that was pretty sad.
Yeah,
but it was funny. God damn, was that funny? Like as a manga reader, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, but it really took a long time for me to just be totally done with Bleach to the point where I was just like, oh. It's like there's a point where you're like reading it, and it's like, all right, this is kind of bad.
Yeah.
But I'm still kind of enjoying it. I like the characters, and I want to see where it goes. And then it like crosses the line, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, like the Arankar arc was still like somewhat enjoyable, just because you want to see people get fucked up, and it's got power levels, it's got the tier list, the ranking chart.
Yeah. That's always cool.
But I think the worst thing was just like Aizen's final form being this really weird, ugly butterfly thing.
Yeah, I mean, even that fight, like, I kind of it was cool because you got to see Ichigo like ham out. Like that was kind of cool, and the Gin fight was cool. So like even up to there, I was like, all right, that was enjoyable. But then
Yeah.
like the arc after that was
Yeah.
so ass.
Yeah,
that's
the Fullbringer arc, right? Is the one
yeah,
after that?
yeah. That's where I was dead. That's where it ended for me.
Yeah, that's because like everyone's like, wait, Aizen's dead. What's happening now? And then you're like, that dude looks like Aizen. Oh shit! And then it's just not Aizen, and it's just like, nope, and it's just like a completely different arc, and it's just like, oh, here's like a different power system.
Yeah, an entirely new power system, and you're like, I guess.
I think the
And then they
hypest
all
thing
have
about
these,
that arc was just
whack-ass
that
powers.
the only thing I can remember is laughing a lot about how Kubo was basically like, hey, this series does not have a Rin Tosaka. I'm going to make a Rin Tosaka. And basically, like, he made like a fake Rin who didn't do anything afterwards, which was funny as fuck.
Yeah, just put him in the dollhouse for a little while, and that was it.
Yeah. I enjoyed Vizards, though. Vizards were pretty cool.
Yeah, the visors that was before the Aizen part. Yeah, that was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, Vizards were pretty sick.
Some of the fights
say what?
from it, like Grimjow, like Ichigo versus Grimjow and Ichigo versus or Okiora were both like sick as fuck.
Yeah, those were cool. Udakura was hella funny when he just turns into like a fucking Batman monster thing, and like that's invincible.
Yeah, just
shit was
dunks.
great. But yeah, I got pretty sad when Vizards basically stopped being relevant, and like we're literally just not part of the story. Like pretty much everything else in Bleach, where you just kind of all those other characters just stop showing up or being relevant.
Just forget about it.
Yeah,
literally just forget.
And then like when the fucking final arc happens, it's just like a complete shit show, and and yeah, he's just like everyone has JoJo powers now, and but everyone has Bankais.
Yeah, everyone had Bankais. Everyone was so bad.
Yeah, the only thing good about that final fight or that final arc is some of the worst fights literally in shonen manga history are like in that arc. Like the baby hand fight is probably up there. Maybe the number one is like literally the worst fight I've ever read. Like is the baby hand arc or fight. I don't know. I think that the only great thing about Bleach was just like the final arc is like the whole Aizen literally having only one finger and an eye open, and he's like, I've planned out how I'm gonna like do all this shit because I'm godlike.
Yeah. Aizen was always pretty cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. Pour one out for Bleach. Rest in peace. An end of an era. Oh yeah. Kenpachi versus the imagination guy, and actually just Kenpachi in general. Kenpachi's Bankai being I use two hands is also like not his Bankai, but his like first power up is like I hear you can hold a sword with two hands.
It's kendo, and then he just like dunks the guy in one hit, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that shit's great. The fact that someone whose power is literally the power of imagination can lose is already like hilariously retarded.
Yeah, Zero Squadron was mad let down. The part where Yami was Zero Espada, like I was so mad. I remember I dropped the manga for like a year after reading that chapter.
Wait,
I
what
was
the
so
fuck is
tight.
Zero Squadron? I don't remember that.
The like Royal Guard. Remember the ones that are like
like those dudes that protect God?
Yeah.
Oh, did that? I mean, that shit was whack as fuck. Like,
yeah.
They get like dunked like instantly.
Yeah, they don't even do anything.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we're like above everyone else. We're like the sickest motherfuckers, and then you just get dunked. Oh yeah, zombie heats the guy's hella funny too. The whole zombie shit. The fact that there's two different zombie powers was the funniest shit. God, he just literally was scraping. It's not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like it's already empty. And he's just like bashing the bottom, trying to find some shit underneath that barrel.
Yeah,
he's in there with the tweezers, just like looking at twigs, thinking they're food. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Last question then. Since we spent the last 15 minutes just fucking talking about Bleach. Is there any anime that was better because you watched it weekly instead of at all at once? That's a pretty interesting question. And probably an apt one for us since we've been watching a lot of stuff weekly.
Yeah. I definitely think Charlotte is one of them because I remember, and Kuzuno Honkai too. I think both of those were way better watched weekly than if we just hammed out and watched them.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember specifically points in both series where we were like, "Yo, this is sick! Like, hell yeah!"
Yeah, definitely. What was the first one you said?
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte was like. I mean, if we had marathon that kind of series, we'd probably just been like, "Fuck this noise."
Yeah, it was whack. Because like the first episode where they show the time travel shit is like, oh shit, like they're going places with this. This is like they really got like something going on here. This is gonna be sick, and then it wasn't. But that was still cool while we were watching it. Like for those couple weeks.
Yeah, I think Keijo was also pretty fun to watch weekly for us because there's always something going on every week with that series. What else? Oh, okay, Orange.
Oh yeah, Orange for sure. Because Orange is another one of those letdown shows. That's just like you get to the end, and you're like, oh, this was actually ass the whole time. Oh, come on.
Yeah, Orange definitely gave us ample stuff to talk about every week because it was pretty fucking wild to watch weekly.
I definitely forgot about that show.
I think actually here's my pick. I would definitely say Punchline, which was a series I think we would have dropped if it wasn't for watching it weekly and like being able to try and figure out what the fuck is going on every week. But that was definitely like half of what kept me going through the series, which I still definitely ultimately did not enjoy, but I think that the experience was tolerable because we were watching it weekly for sure. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Honestly, like most of the stuff we watch, I mean, it's like if it's interesting weekly, it definitely helps us get through it, even if it's like not that good. Though I think that so far we haven't been burned like too many times. I think Kuzuno Honkai, Roku no Yusha were definitely like the biggest burns.
Charlotte was up there.
Yeah, Charlotte. Charlotte was almost worth just to listen to Bryce get super fucking mad about it though. That's how good.
That was funny. I mean, I got super mad too.
Yeah.
I got real mad. I remember that show.
Fucking. I don't know if I would have gone through Gundam IBO actually if it wasn't for the fact that we were watching it weekly together too. Because
I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, that series. I mean, I couldn't even finish season 2.
Oh, season 2 was just so ass though. Like that was just like it went from being like okay on the week, just being some of the worst stuff I ever seen. So I was just like, okay.
Yeah, there were definitely some series like it's because of this like one core pattern. It's like a lot of these series it ends up not going anywhere. So it's like I think watching weekly definitely stops you from thinking too hard about like, is this going anywhere?
Right.
Shit like Overlord, which was fun, but like, dude, nothing happened in that series.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the shows that are like the 12 episode shows, like you said, that are forgettable, I guess, at the end. Like a lot of these shows, like we haven't even thought about since then.
Damn, I gave Punchline a 2.
Damn.
That's rough.
I don't rescind that. I definitely I think a 2 is exactly where I think it deserves from me. Fuck that series. Yeah. Yeah, God bless weekly anime. I wish I had I mean, I think it's a godlike series regardless, but definitely watching Cross Ange weekly was the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, that was definitely an adventure.
Cross Ange was awesome. What a masterpiece.
Yeah, Cross Ange, God fucking bless, dude. God bless. Holy fucking shit. What a masterpiece. If you haven't seen Cross Ange yet, yeah, you owe it to yourself.
Yeah, you really do owe it to yourself.
Yeah, it's legend. It's a 9 on my Mal. A well-deserved spot. And I actually regret not watching Code Geass weekly. That must have been the best thing ever made. Like,
yeah, I agree. That must have been so godlike.
Yeah. Gurren Lagann weekly though. I was watching Gurren Lagann weekly when Gurren Lagann was out, and that was dope as fuck. Oh my god. Like like the episode where spoilers, Kamina dies. Like if you somehow didn't watch Gurren Lagann yet, you fucked up. But yeah, if like the episode where Kamina dies, like the final episode of the first arc, the beginning of the second arc, every single part of the end, like I'm still like I can physically feel livid just remembering like how sick every final episode was at the end. Like 21 through 24 are just like goddamn godlike.
I just remember when they took Nia from me. That's the first time I ever got like super tight at a show. I was just like, really? They're just never gonna never? And it never happened, and I was just tight the whole fucking time. Then when the movie came out, that was like a Cliff Notes version of the series. I was like, maybe they do something different, and then I just got to relive being sad.
Yeah. The ending is definitely like with Nia, that's definitely one of those most iconic hold that like things. Cause like I mean I I didn't even really feel like sad about that, especially because of like the way they play through it, where like you kind of know it's gonna happen and it kind of like makes sense, but it's still pretty just like you will hold this forever shit, which sucked. And I don't even know if I can eloquently even try to rationalize why I felt that particular hold that was pretty well done, because it's definitely been done in other things, but I think that definitely Gurren Lagann does it really, really well. Because you don't necessarily feel tight. Well, maybe you feel tight. I don't really feel too tight about it.
I've heard a lot of people be real tight about it. I remember in the Guilty Gear chat, there was like an anime mode, and Bears was going off about it, how mad he was.
Okay, well, Bears is like the ultimate vanilla and like Lord King Monarch.
I know.
He's the ultimate. He raps vanilla like the hardest.
Yeah.
He was. Wait, you guys watched? You watched Kimi no Na wa already, right?
Right. Yeah.
Did I tell you the thing about him getting fucking mad tight when it looked like they're gonna bait you with the ending?
Oh well, I mean, I was kind of like, I was like, don't do it. I
was. I asked Varys how he felt when it seemed like they were gonna bait him. He's like, my face was like a kabuki mask. Like,
I would have been pretty tight. Well, I mean, the movie's different, so it would have been kind of like worse to do it there. So I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. That's probably a good place to wrap up. Now that we've just been fucking harping on random shit for the last like fucking hour. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, feel free to throw us some more questions. And if we didn't get to your question this week, I usually get to it next week. So, you can drop us off there. Feel free to leave us comments or whatever as well if you guys have things you want to tell us. And we'll see you guys hopefully next week. I think I'll be able to do it next weekend. So we're going to try and keep up this streak and see if we can grab KV. I don't even know why we do it on Thursdays, considering KV isn't here, which is the original reason why we're even doing it on Thursdays.
Going to Absolute Battle next week, so after Wednesday, I might be bodied.
All right, so maybe we're going to hope I don't work on Wednesday. If I work on Wednesday... Oh, wait. I can do it on Tuesday.
I could probably do it on Tuesday.
I am free on Tuesday because I took work off on Tuesday because I'm doing something earlier in the day, but that does mean I think that I should be able to be free for podcasts because I think I get done with whatever I need to be doing on Tuesday in the morning. So yeah, most likely this coming Tuesday or Wednesday, barring some emergency work stuff for me. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Laters.
Later.
Peace.